And welcome. Hope you're doing well. This is where success and freedom lives. Hey, it's Gary, and I am going to share with you how to get more results by taking more control. So let's head over to the whiteboard here, and let's go have some fun with this. Alrighty, so let me give you a specific scenario that just, in fact, recently happened. And I think what I'm going to share with you is one of the reasons people have a hard time really getting more results because they're not taking control enough. The scenario is we have a woman here, and I guess we'll give her a skirt. How about that? We'll give her a skirt. Okay, so we got a woman here, and this woman is a pilot, and she wants to get another additional rating. It's called a multi-engine rating. So she's done the training. She's got to have somebody, we'll put this person over here, this person who is the instructor, he would be responsible to reach out to this person who's affiliated with the FAA, and then this person, stay with me, this person calls this person to set up the ride, we call it a check ride, so that person can hopefully pass, and then they now have their multi-engine license. This person is a foreign student, and she is waiting on this check ride so she can go back home. So this is really important that she get this. All right, so here's the deal. Now, I want to share with you what I do in a way to constantly getting results. And this is something that I've been doing for all my life. And because of this mindset, it has gotten me to places that most people will never get to. And this is what I'm sharing with you. This has nothing to do with this particular, the flying or anything. It's the process and how I went ahead and did it. So she calls me up, or we talk, and she goes, do you know of anybody with the FAA, or what we also refer to them as a DPE, somebody who's designated by the FAA to do this ride? Do you know anybody? And I'm thinking, well, let me check for you. So I checked one person. He couldn't do it. I checked another person. That person couldn't do it because this woman is flying a specific aircraft that very few people associated with the FAA can do the check ride. So those two people I called didn't work. So anyway, just yesterday, I went to an airport, and I happened to see somebody, and I just asked him just for the heck of it, do you know anybody, a DPE in the area, that can do a check ride in this particular aircraft? Because I asked him what kind of a multi-engine aircraft do they use, and they said it was the same one that she used. So obviously, they know the right person for this check ride. So I asked this guy, can you go ahead and reach out to this person and check on it for me? He says, well, I don't have the phone number. All right, so here comes the blocks now. Watch how I jump over these blocks. He goes, I don't have the number, so I'm pushing now. Can you text me your number? So now I want to take control. I want, this guy has my contact. He knows this person or knows of a way to get a hold of that person. This is what I want. So he texts me. I could tell with his attitude, he wasn't going to follow up on this with me. So what I did is I went ahead and I called the office that this pilot worked for, another satellite location. I called that office. Now notice the hoops I'm doing. I'm not waiting on this one guy to text me back to see if he got the information for me. I waited a couple hours. That's not enough for me. I want to move, and I want to move now. What does now mean? No waiting. This is the mindset of how I get crap done. Next, so I call the satellite office. She has no idea, but she did have the guy's last name, but no idea what his phone number was. Then he flies out of another airport that's like, I don't know, 100 miles from here, let's say. So I call that airport. That airport says, I know of the person, but I have no information on him. Call this location on this airport. So I call that location. You see the moves I'm making. Now, we're going to find out how many moves were made over here with this guy. I call this airport. The lady says, yeah, I know the person. You know what? He was just here, I think it was a couple hours ago, and I told him we need his business card because we're out of business cards. So I said, oh my goodness, wow, I just missed him by a couple hours. Could you please, and I'm like super kind, is there any way you could try to see if you can get his phone number for me? And while she's looking, I'm commenting and commending her. I really appreciate you taking your time to do this. Hopefully that will encourage her to keep going. She did. She got me the phone number. Boom. I make the phone call. He picks up. Now check this out. After he picks up, told him where the location was of where this pilot was. He says, "Did you guys call a couple weeks ago?" No, I didn't. But I remember her telling me she had tried this particular guy that I'm on the phone with now. And this was several weeks ago, and the guy just made a phone call, left a message, and it's been 2 weeks. Here, it's been literally, 1 hour, 2 hours for me, and I'm already making 5 phone calls. The guy says, yes, I can do it, find out what time is available, and boom, that's it. That is how you get things done. Here's the problem with people. What we do is we put so many mental limitations and so many mental blocks. So here are a couple blocks that could come in play. This gentleman or these people over here, in contacting the FAA designated examiner, these people, to some people, if you're not careful, you'll think they're like gods, okay? Because this is the person, I mean, when you do one of these check rides, it is very nerve-wracking because you spent hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars, and if you don't do a good job, he's going to fail you. Period. End of story. You're going to get a failure. And then you got to go back and do it again. So there's a lot of pressure there. So we, in our minds, if we're not careful, will elevate these people in our minds. And because of that, we may not want to call them again and call them again and call them again and bother them. But you know what? They make a living off of this. If I was this guy, I'm okay with you being bothering me, quote unquote, because I'm going to make a sale. This guy's probably going to get $750 for a couple hours of doing this flight with this young lady. So that's one mental block. Now with me, when I got this young man and I knew that he had the possibility of connecting with me, I put all the dots together. He said, well, maybe the home office would have it. So now my mental block could be, well, if I go call his home office and go around him, it could piss him off. I don't really care. I'm not overly concerned about what other people think. I'm not doing it in an arrogant way. Hey, man, how come you didn't call for me? I'll go ahead and do it myself. The attitude's not like that. I'm just going to go ahead and jump the hoops and make it happen. So I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going. If you want to get results, take control. The moment this gentleman called this person over here and left a message for 2 weeks, he lost control. Now, I have one more step to go. This guy says he could do it between such and such a time. He hasn't confirmed. This was just yesterday. I'm not waiting for him to call me back. Take guess what I'm going to be doing today. I will text him, and I will say, just checking in on the above dates. Boom. And if he doesn't respond within, I don't know, a couple hours, take guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to text him again. Why? It's called taking control. I see so many people that don't take control because they believed what other people told them. Now, this person may have said that was connected to that person. Maybe somebody said, you know, he's on vacation for 2 weeks. So in my mind, I might think, well, he's on vacation for 2 weeks. That's why he's not picking up. I don't believe that. Maybe he is on vacation for 2 weeks. You know what? I'm going to call him again while he's on vacation. I don't care. And other people will say, oh, I don't want to disturb him on vacation. I don't want to do that. Why? You want results? This is the mindset you have to get results. I cannot tell you the millions of dollars, the contacts after contacts and the contacts that I have made because of this kind of mindset. This is the mindset that gets you to get to the next point and get to the next point quicker because you're taking what? You're taking control. I want you throughout your day to start thinking about some of the beliefs that you buy into that keep you from taking the control and getting more results in your life. And I'll assure you, you have way more beliefs than probably not that you're buying into that's keeping you from attaining so many of your goals right now, today, every day. So with that being said, what I want you to do is I want you to take an inventory of your mindset. do I think like this? If I don't think like this, what can I do differently? And ultimately what it means is, if you want to get something done and you're committed to get something done, this to me is a game. I do this so much all the time. I don't even have the beliefs that, well, what if he thinks I'm going to be bothering him? What if he says no to me? I don't care about all that. All I care about is I want to get what? I want to get results. And if you allow your limited blocks and limited thought processes, and you have them daily, I mean, we all have them. That's just part of being human. But if you allow these limited blocks to block you on a consistent basis, you're not going to get results like this. I use this mindset constantly all the time. And because of that, it gets me success and freedom. So this is where success and freedom lives. Thank you so much for your time today. Look forward to seeing your comments below. And for those of you on YouTube or watching this, if you have not subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe, get to know you a little bit more. I'm out here between now and the next time we get the chat. You know what to do. Don't let others rent space in your head. Have a blessed day. We'll see you.